Dear believers of Solo La Maglia of this Milan, welcome back with another video. Well, guys, we have a new chapter of the saga Paratici, sport director. We have the words, scary words of Don Scaroni, El Padrino, the Godfather Scaroni that they just came out. That's why I want to record this video. But before entering that, guys, I want to say a massive thank you to all the Milan fan abroad, because you guys are the real hero in this moment, because you are supporting a dead body, a carcass, something without the soul, literally. In Milan in this moment doesn't have a future, doesn't have a project, doesn't have idea. All the news that we receive was better not having internet, to be fair. And you still following Milan, so this is, for me, it's unbelievable. Also because, let's be honest, you decide to pick this, you pick this team, maybe because of the colors, maybe because of the Kaká, of the Ruud Gullit, of the Van Basten, of the Pippo Inzaghi, for a million of reasons, right? We were like up there, and now we are watching Inter doing incredible things. They won against Bayern Munich as a team, as a block, as a unit, as a project. And trust me, my blood inside it started boiling. It just gives me, it's really bad. It's really bad. And because we used to be that situation. No, we are not used to this situation. That's why it's weird, because we are not used to this situation. And you still decide to follow this team in this banter area, decide still to follow, click the video, put a like on the video. This is unconditional love. So I'm very glad to have this kind of community. I would love to see how wide this community is. So if you want to leave a comments of from where are you writing, or from where are you watching the video, because I think that you guys are probably even bigger fan than 50% of San Siro that go to Milan, to San Siro to watch the match just because it's a hobby. Okay, you are really into Milan, so I really appreciate, and it's unbelievable. Really, I have to tell you that yeah, it's surprising, really cool. However, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about the situation, the saga of Paratici, and then I want to talk about the words of Scaroni, following by a little words on Conceição, on the prediction for tomorrow's match against Udinese. Now, to go quickly about Paratici, this is just a spot information that we received, because the FIGC president Gravina pretty much said that Milan is free to sign Paratici, who as well known cannot operate until July 2025. He can't actively work, but there is no regulation preventing a club from placing him under contract. Okay, so we all knew that he could work as a, as a consigliere, under a different kind of contract. Of course, he can help the team, but he cannot work actively for the team. And this is just to clarify a little bit what the press was saying when there was a break in between the deal between Paratici and Milan, because apparently Milan was like, no, we don't want Paratici because he cannot work until July 2025. But as we analyzed on the last video, we knew that there is just smoke in your eyes, because the reality, it could also be like, that there was pressure from the outside. But as Gravina said, we could be both things, but at least he said freely that Milan could take him, could have taken him. However, in my opinion, was more about Paratici saying no to Milan, because as we mentioned in the last video, for sure Paratici has his own team, his own colleagues, his own network. Elliot Forlani has his own. He want to make sure that people like Moncada stay in the team. Probably Paratici say, no, I want to bring everyone in my team. I don't want any of your team. Let me do my work. Forlani said, this way, with me or against me. And that's why they break there was no deal. Okay, and this is, as I mentioned on my previous video, this is the scary things about Milan, that nobody will pay for this disaster of the season. This is the scary things among everything, because Mr. Paolo Maldini has been sent home for way less disaster what of this incompetent club's management is doing. He's been sent home for way less things of what we see today. Instead, this guy, they remove everything from us, every single hope of seeing a competitive team. I'm not even saying a winning team, I'm talking about a competitive team. And nobody's gonna pay for this. And that is the problem, in my opinion. Numero uno. Now, listen the new words of Scaroni, okay? Scaroni just finished to do an interview in Il Foglio. I will post the link to this website where they wrote down where you can find the interview. You simply have to translate, but pretty much they're gonna tell you something like this. Let me find it, because I translated so I can read directly the translation. Listen, the Rossoneri launch without waiting for the stadium to come. So the next season must be a great one for Milan. Promise, Paolo Scaroni. And for the future stadium at this location, together with Inter and the city of Milan, we have returned to a phase of renewed optimism. The chances of succeeding are above 50%. Meanwhile, the fans continue to show their unwavering loyalty to the club with over 71,000 attenders per match, a record for this Serie A. We have resilient fans who support Milan even when performances are lacking, but let's also remember the Super Cup. I wouldn't say this is a completely negative year. Don't be pessimistic. But there is a part of me that regrets winning that Super Cup, because this guy's gonna. We knew that's what he's gonna say. We knew that in this mess, on this dead body of Milan, he's saying, "Look, it's not that bad. You know, it's a dead body, but I can still see the bones. We have the bones, so it's not that bad, right?" The Matrix. The Matrix is like living in a different reality. Is living in a different reality. Let me read you what he said exactly 1 year ago. I was looking for these posts, I was looking for the interview, and when I type Il Foglio Paolo Scaroni interview, not only the interview published 5-6 hours ago, but also from the 24th April 2024. Listen what Scaroni was saying exactly 1 year ago. In San Donato, we purchased a land for 40 million. The project is moving forward, even though in Italy is not takes a noisy minority to oppose something for the politician to start doubting. In this context, Milan Major Beppe Sala has asked both Milan and Inter to consider the renovation of San Siro. Scaroni remains skeptical. We need to understand how it will be renovated and how the process will impact the teams, as some sector may need to be closed for the work. For me, it's impossible to reconcile that with the club needs. So a year ago, he said that it was pretty impossible for Milan to play with to be with Inter in San Siro. 6 hours ago, first optimistically, then pessimistically, and then exploring other projects. Today, we've returned to where we started, building a new stadium, and do it here in San Siro, continuing to play at Meazza until the next arena is ready. Of course, this remains a place of great prestige. It will be the future home of Milan. Inter will be. We will continue to carry out our activity, build hotel, and explore many other commercial. So this is how it changed the view, right? This is how it changed, because building in San Donato, probably he wanted to do it with Redbird because he's the president of Redbird International. Then they realized that it's going to cost too much to do it there. Then he said, okay, let's go back to San Siro. We did an analysis on a few videos back when we said that San Siro, the stadium, and the whole area, it costs 150 million to renew. 150 million, which is a gift. A gift. Okay? 150 million. And the real project, their real project, and even the interest is, because it's a project together, the real project of the Inter of Milan, or let me say, not the clubs, but their own presidents, Scaroni and Marotta, that is the real project. The restaurants, the hotels, the community, a part of Milan that never sleeps. Partly paid by Inter, partly paid by Milan, and partly paid by the taxpayer of the city of Milan. Cheaper options. And it is unreal that this guy, Scaroni, is leading us into this. Where before they said there is no way this club doesn't want to stay in Milan, doesn't want to stay in San Siro, doesn't want to stay in Inter. And now there is a 50% of chances that actually this is going to be the project. Just above 50%, what he says. For the future stadium and its location, together with Inter and the city of Milan, we have returned to a phase of renewed optimism. The chances of succeeding are above 50%. Scary. Scary. This is not my president. This is not your president. It's their president. And this guy is the one that is really leading us in the future together with Inter, something that we don't want to have. A future where this guy is over 80 and in 20 years he's not going to be even around, and it's like leading our club resources and future in something that nobody wants, just he wants. It is super scary, guys. It is very, 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 very scary. It is very scary. On the other hand, guys, to fresh up a little bit about football, about Milan. Milan have made a renewal offer to Mike Maignan worth 4.5 million. If I will be Maignan, I will pack my bag and will leave anywhere, but not Milan. Nobody want to stay in Milan. Come on, bro. Come on. Searching here for some information about Conceição. There was some good info. Hang on, where is it? I'm gonna find it for you. But they would pretty much saying that Conceição has one of the lowest average point in the Serie A. With 22 matches played, Milan only had 2 clean sheets, and now are the worst number than Fonseca, who managed 8 clean sheets in 24 matches in charge. So it is unreal what is going on in Milan. It is unreal. It's super scary. This manager with this I'm gonna go. This team, player by player, if we were playing FIFA, not many other teams in Italy has this quality. This player, single by single, it is very hard to arrive 9th. It is very hard to not beat Bologna, Lazio, Fiorentina, even Juventus. and Napoli. And Napoli. I understand that Inter is a little bit more complicated, but this team is not below those. So it is very hard to arrive ninth. It's clearly the team that doesn't want to push. I clearly the team want to push out the coach, and it's just a dead body. The club, in the management, in the future, in the teams, in the coach, there is nothing positive about this team. Nothing positive about this team. Tomorrow does it matter winning, losing? Anyway, we are 8 points above Udinese, so even if we lose, who cares, right? So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very, very frustrated. I don't see a future right now. I don't see a positive things out of Milan, and that's why I even appreciate more following this Milan banter area. But we are here because, as in life, in sport, is a circle. So now is our low point. That will be our turn. That will be our turn, no matter when. All right. Ciao.